Hello, it's great to have you here on today's video. In the next few moments, you're going to learn how to radically alter the course of your future using the incredible power of intervention. I'm here to share with you the life-changing realization that we are not predestined to live a specific life. In fact, each and every one of us has the power to modify and redirect our destiny exactly when we choose. For years, I spent my life believing that I was a victim of circumstance. That luck was on everyone else's side, while I was trapped in a predetermined fate for which there was no escape. I accepted the labels that others placed on me, convinced that I was meant to live the life I had, without any possibility of change. That all changed when I discovered that the universe is governed by laws, and that those laws provide us with the power to create our own reality. Remember the exact moment when I began to understand this fundamental principle. I was introduced to the idea that every thought, every emotion, and every decision we make plays a direct role in shaping our world. The turning point in my life came when I read a passage from the book, The Awakening of Consciousness. It stated, "You are free to choose the concept you accept about yourself." That simple sentence shattered the limiting beliefs I had held for so many years. I had always been insecure, accepting the negative opinions that others had imposed upon me. I allowed people to define my self-worth, telling me I was too thin, too unattractive, clumsy, or simply not good enough. Those labels, those negative concepts, became my reality. I went so far as to avoid looking in the mirror, and even removed a mirror from my home for a long time, because I couldn't face the reflection that I believed defined me. I had accepted the judgment of others as an unchangeable truth about myself. Then came the epiphany, the realization that our self-image is not set in stone. We create our own reality through the concepts we choose to accept about ourselves. You have the power to change that internal narrative, and by doing so, you change your world. This is the power of intervention, the power to redirect the course of your future simply by choosing new, empowering beliefs about who you are. Imagine this. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you're destined to fail, then your life will inevitably mirror those negative declarations. Every setback, every rejection, every obstacle will reinforce that self-image. However, when you harness the power of intervention to change that narrative, to consciously choose a positive concept of yourself, you start a process of transformation that works from the inside out. I started focusing on the positive aspects that I liked about myself, even when it was hard, and gradually, that internal change began to reflect on my external life. I began to see myself in a new light in the mirror. That simple shift from self-rejection to self-acceptance, from negativity to gratitude, became the first step toward a radical transformation. For so many years, I believed that my destiny was fixed, that I was merely a product of my environment and the opinions of those around me. I thought my life was pre-written, that I was destined to live a certain way without any possibility of alteration. That belief kept me stuck, frozen by the idea that I had no control over my future. It wasn't until I discovered that the universe operates according to immutable laws, that everything we experience is a reflection of the beliefs and concepts that we hold about ourselves, that I started to understand that change is not only possible, but it is also inevitable when we seize our power. At the heart of this transformation is the concept of intervention. Intervention means taking control of your life and consciously choosing the concepts that define you. It's about understanding that your self-image is not an accident. It's a creation of your own mind. When you choose to believe in your limitless potential, when you affirm that you are worthy, capable, and destined for greatness, you are engaging that incredible power to alter your future. I learned that the first and most crucial step is to change the narrative you tell yourself. Instead of accepting the negative labels that were imposed on me, I decided to reframe those labels. I realized that by simply choosing a new concept of who I am, I could begin the process of transformation. I remember the early days when this concept was still foreign to me. Every time I dared to imagine a life beyond the limitations I had known, doubts crept in. Who am I to dream so big? I would ask myself, what if I fail? But the moment I embraced the realization that failure was merely part of the process, and that success, too, was something I could create, I began to see a new path unfolding before me. I started to focus on the aspects of myself that I had once ignored or even ridiculed. I celebrated the little victories, the small successes that proved to me that I was capable of change. Gradually, my inner world shifted from one dominated by fear and self-doubt to one pulsating with possibility and hope. Doubt, it wasn't an overnight transformation. Like any significant change, the process required persistence, self-reflection, and a willingness to confront the parts of yourself that you've long hidden away. For a long time, I allowed the judgments of others to dictate my self-worth. I hesitated to pursue my dreams because I was too busy listening to the voices that said I wasn't ready or that I didn't deserve success. I even shared my goals and dreams with those around me, only to be met with laughter or dismissal. People told me that isn't going to work, or there are too many others already doing it. Each time, those words threatened to pull me back into the negative pattern I had long accepted as my reality. But then I discovered a powerful truth. The opinions of others are not the architects of your future. They may have a say in the stories you've been told about yourself, but you alone have the power to write the new chapters of your life. Once I internalized that truth, I learned to silence the external noise. I focused instead on what I knew to be true deep within me, that I have the power of intervention at my disposal. That day, armed with the knowledge that I create my reality with every thought and every choice, I made a commitment to reimagine who I was. I stopped letting external influences define me and began to craft a self-image that was rooted in my true potential. The process of changing your self-concept is like a journey of ascension. You start at a place that might feel very low, a place where you see yourself through the lens of negativity and limitation. But with every conscious choice to embrace a higher concept of yourself, you rise a little higher each day. Your internal transformation eventually manifests outwardly. I experienced this firsthand. I began to see improvements not only in how I perceived myself, but also in the way others treated me. My physical appearance, which I had once despised, in the mirror, transformed as my new self-image began to shape my actions and habits. I felt more confident, more empowered to pursue the life I had always dreamed of. I reintroduced a mirror into my home, a small act that symbolized my newfound readiness to embrace and love the person I was becoming. This power of intervention is not just about mending a negative self-image. It's about creating a new, elevated concept of who you can be. It's about realizing that your imagination is the engine that powers transformation. In our lives, imagination is not just idle fantasy. It is the very tool through which we construct our reality. When you imagine yourself as the ideal version you have always wanted to be, you set in motion the forces of the universe to bring that vision into being. Your attention is the catalyst that transforms this imagined ideal into tangible reality. It is essential, therefore, to guard your inner world, your dreams and aspirations, as treasured secrets until you have built enough strength to manifest them fully in your external reality. I learned this lesson the hard way. There was a time when I was so vulnerable, when I was just beginning to feel a glimmer of self-confidence, that I shared my dreams with those close to me. Instead of receiving support, I was met with ridicule and dismissal. Friends and family would laugh, saying that my dreams were too grandiose, that I was deluding myself. But the truth is, when you share your dreams before you have the strength to stand by them, you risk having those dreams distorted by the doubts of others. I realized that I needed to protect the sanctity of my internal vision until I was truly ready to bring it into the world. From that moment on, I learned to keep my most cherished dreams close to my heart, nurturing them privately until my inner strength could support their manifestation. In time, as I became more confident and my inner vision grew more solid, I began to share parts of my journey with others. However, I made sure that I did so only when I felt secure enough in my newfound beliefs. I understood that sharing too early could sabotage the momentum I was building. This secrecy wasn't about hiding, but rather about preserving the purity of my vision until it was fully formed and ready to be revealed. It is a delicate balance. You must protect your dreams while also allowing enough light to nurture them. Once your inner self is fully aligned with your vision, that energy radiates outward, attracting like-minded people and opportunities that help you actualize that vision in the most unexpected ways. I want you to understand the absolute power that lies in this intervention. You possess an innate ability to dictate the course of your future purely through the power of your imagination and the concepts you choose to believe about yourself. Every moment of your life is a chance to realign those thoughts, to pivot away from negativity and to choose a concept of yourself that is courageous, innovative, and full of potential. When you begin to see yourself as you truly wish to be, the reality around you starts to change. Challenges become opportunities. Failures transform into invaluable lessons that propel you further along your journey. The more you commit to this new way of thinking, the more you begin to witness the universe rearranging itself to reflect your highest aspirations. I want to leave you with a powerful truth. The future is not something that is written in stone. It is malleable, ready to be reshaped by the strength of your convictions. The power of intervention rests squarely in your hands. When you choose to shed the limiting beliefs imposed upon you and embrace a new, liberating concept of who you are, you activate a force that can change your destiny irrevocably. This is not a mere theory, it is an observable reality. I am living proof that you can alter the trajectory of your life through the deliberate use of your inner power. As you continue on your personal journey, remember that every decision, every thought, and every moment of gratitude is a step toward creating a reality that truly reflects the greatness you hold within. There will be moments when doubt resurfaces, moments when the old patterns of self-criticism and fear seem to threaten your progress. It is in those moments that you must remind yourself of the power of intervention, that you have the authority to choose anew who you wish to be. When the negative voices try to creep back in, counter them with the unwavering truth that you are the master of your reality. This understanding is liberating because it puts you firmly in control. You are not at the mercy of fate or the opinions of others. You are the creator, and your life is the masterpiece you bring into being with every decision you make. Imagine for a moment the profound impact of living each day in full awareness of your creative power. Every time you look in the mirror, you do not see a collection of flaws and past failures, but a canvas full of potential and promise. Every challenge, instead of paralyzing you, becomes a stepping stone that pushes you to reach higher and dream bigger. This is the process of ascension, a continuous evolution of your self-concept into something far greater than you ever imagined possible. I invite you now to close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and envision the ideal version of yourself. Picture yourself as empowered, confident, and radiant with positive energy. See yourself succeeding, loving, and living life on your own terms. Hold on to that vision and know, deep in your heart, that it is yours to claim. When your inner vision aligns with your outer reality, nothing can stand in your way. As you move forward from this moment, remember that the power to intervene in your own life is always available. It is your birthright. Do not let anyone or any circumstance convince you otherwise. Embrace the truth that the labels and constraints imposed on you by others were never meant to define you. They were simply reflections of their own limitations. You, on the other hand, have the power to rewrite your story. You have the power to shift the course of your future by changing the concepts you accept about yourself and by nurturing the incredible potential that lies within. This message is not just an invitation, but a call to action. Today, decide that you will no longer live in the shadow of doubt and fear. Decide to stand in the full light of your potential, to seize the tool of intervention, and to reshape your destiny into something magnificent and uniquely yours. You are capable of far more than you can imagine. Your future, rich with untold possibilities, awaits your creative touch. So, take the power of intervention seriously. Understand that it is the secret to true transformation, the very force that will enable you to build the life you deserve. Whether you're aiming for a better career, deeper relationships, improved health, or simply a more positive self-image, it all starts with the decision to change how you see yourself. When you shift from a mindset of victimhood to one of creative empowerment, you unlock the door to a new reality that's brimming with promise. In conclusion, remember this: the destiny you envision is crafted by your imagination, molded by your attention, and manifested through your unwavering belief in the power of change. Every time you choose to intervene in your life, you send a clear message to the universe that you are ready for more opportunities, more joy, and more success. The secret to a transformed life lies in recognizing that you are not a mere bystander in your own story, but the main character with the power to change the narrative at any moment. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey today. I hope that by sharing my experience and the lessons I've learned, you feel empowered to harness the secret power of intervention and begin rewriting your own destiny. Embrace your power, protect your dreams until you're ready to reveal them, and know that the future you desire is crafted by every choice you make. Now is the time to step forward, to transform your inner world, and to unlock the abundance that awaits you. Let your destiny be guided by the courage to imagine a better version of yourself, the determination to nurture that vision, and the conviction that your future is yours to create. The power is within you, and it's time to use it. Remember, you are the architect of your life, the one who shapes your reality through every thought, every decision, and every act of gratitude. The journey of transformation is continuous, and every step you take reinforces the truth that your destiny is not fixed, but a canvas waiting for your artistic touch. Now, I leave you with this thought: every moment you hesitate is a moment lost from the creation of your ideal life. Embrace the power of intervention, seize your destiny, and start today by choosing who you truly want to be. The future you deserve is right at your fingertips, waiting for you to command it into existence. Your destiny is in your hands. Use your imagination as the force that not only creates, but redeems. With every conscious decision to see beyond your present limitations, you craft a future filled with hope, success, and boundless possibility. Believe in your power to create the extraordinary, and let that belief guide you to new heights. This is your time. This is your moment. Change your destiny, and the universe will follow. Thank you for spending this time with me, for opening yourself up to the secret power within you, and for daring to imagine a future that reflects the very best of who you are. Your journey of transformation has already begun. The next chapter is yours to write. Now, go ahead and unlock the future you truly deserve. Embrace your destiny, step into your power, and let every day be a testament to the fact that you are the master of your own future. The secret power to change your life lies in your ability to see yourself through a lens of infinite potential. Use that power, nurture it, and watch as every aspect of your world transforms into a reality that is vibrant, meaningful, and full of the abundance you have always desired. This is the ultimate truth. No matter where you come from or what challenges you have faced, you have the strength to change the course of your life. All it takes is the courage to use your imagination, the commitment to change your inner narrative, and the determination to pursue a higher self-concept. When you do, nothing will be able to stop you. Your destiny is not predetermined. It is waiting for you to claim it with boldness, creativity, and unwavering faith. So take that first step now. Reclaim your power, redefine your self-image, and begin the incredible journey toward a future brimming with promise. Your destiny is not a fixed script. It's a story you write every day, and it's time to pen the most extraordinary version of yours ever. Thank you for watching, and may you carry this message with you wherever you go, forever transforming your life from the inside out. This is your call to action. Start today, change your mindset, and change your life. Your destiny is yours to create. Embrace the power of intervention, and let the universe marvel at the beauty of the life you are about to manifest.